All right, let's just get right into it. We are living through one of the fastest, most profound technological revolutions in all of human history. Artificial intelligence isn't just some tech buzzword anymore. It is actively, right now, reshaping our world and, maybe most shockingly, our job market. The ground is literally shifting beneath our feet, and the big question that, let's be honest, everyone is asking is,
No, really. I want you to take a second and actually think about that. Are the skills that you have spent years, maybe even decades, building and perfecting, are they still going to be valuable in, say, 2 or 3 years? Because the comfortable things we're hearing from company leaders, the whole "don't worry, we'll adapt" speech, it might not be the whole story. This quote, wow, it is blunt, but it cuts right to the heart of the matter. See, in past revolutions, new jobs did eventually show up, but those changes took decades, sometimes even a century. We had time to adapt. This is totally different. When a company can replace 100 people with an AI system, they are not hiring 100 new people for some new magical role. They might not even hire one.
think about it. The Industrial Revolution unfolded over a lifetime, which gave whole generations time to adjust. ChatGPT is barely a toddler, and we're already seeing massive job replacements. We don't have 100 years. We might not even have 100 weeks before the really big impacts are felt. This isn't some science fiction movie. This is our immediate reality. So this brings us to the core of what we're talking about today, the great job replacement. Some experts are predicting the next decade could be, well, frankly, a bit dystopian, a period of huge upheaval before things maybe settle down. And to understand why this is happening so incredibly fast, we have to look at the predicted path of AI itself. This timeline, which was proposed by a former OpenAI researcher, is the kind of thing that keeps experts up at night. As you can see, right now, we're at what's called Agent Zero, AI assistants helping us with basic stuff. But the prediction is that by 2026, we could have Agent 2, an AI that can accelerate its own research. Just try to imagine a researcher that never sleeps and thinks 1,000 times faster than any human. The really critical leap, though, comes just a year later in 2027, when Agent 3 could start designing its own successors. That's a point of no return, a moment we call superintelligence. Okay, with that context in mind, the question becomes super practical. Whose jobs are on the chopping block first? And this isn't about blue-collar versus white-collar jobs anymore. Oh no. The first wave is coming for the knowledge workers, the very digital jobs that, until like 5 minutes ago, seemed like the safest bet in the entire world. And this is the great irony, isn't it? The very people building this new world are the first in line to be replaced by it. For decades, the best career advice you could give anyone was learn to code. All of a sudden, that advice is looking dangerously out of date. And look, this isn't just theory. That number on your screen, 12,000, that represents real people laid off from TCS, a tech giant that was once seen as a fortress of job security. The company called it a skill gap. Let's just translate that from corporate jargon, shall we? It means your skills are now obsolete in the age of AI. And that's just one company. And this slide right here brilliantly illustrates why. An AI just recently came in second place in one of the world's hardest human coding competitions. That means pretty much any company can now hire the second best engineer in the world an infinite number of times. You have agents like Devin that work tirelessly 24/7. The most innovative startups are already running on 90% AI-generated code. So you have to ask, why hire a whole team of mid-level engineers when one senior architect can direct an army of tireless AI agents? But the wave doesn't stop with coders. Not even close. Next up in the crosshairs is the massive business process outsourcing industry, the economic cornerstone for millions of people in countries like India and the Philippines. The numbers here are just staggering. In India alone, over 1 million jobs are at immediate risk. A single AI voice agent can handle 100 calls a minute in real time, 24/7, with no breaks, no holidays, and no bad moods. And the technology to deploy them, it's not complex anymore. It's getting to be as simple as setting up a social media profile. The business case is just too powerful for companies to ignore. And finally, we have the jobs that rely on analysis and managing people. The high-paid consultants and the entire class of middle management are facing a huge existential threat from AI's incredible analytical and organizational power. This table shows you exactly how the role is being taken apart, piece by piece. Just look at that left column. These are core human tasks. Research and analysis, which used to be the job of a junior consultant, now it's done instantly by AI. Strategic advice from a senior consultant, AI can provide data-driven answers.
And for managers, the daily grind of assigning tasks and tracking progress, it's all being automated. We already have AI that can run your team's daily stand-up meetings. The question becomes unavoidable. If AI is doing all of this, what's left for the human in the middle?
Okay, I know, that was a lot of doom and gloom. So is anywhere safe? And the answer is yes, but the criteria for what makes a job safe have been completely flipped on their head. The jobs of the future, at least for right now, look a lot more like the jobs of the past.
So this is the crucial point, this great divide. On one side, you have all the knowledge workers, coders, analysts, writers, all at super high risk. And on the other side, jobs that need physical skill, like plumbers and welders, or a fundamental human touch, like doctors, nurses, and even retail salespeople. The irony is just stunning. For years, we were told that automation would take the manual jobs. It turns out it's coming for the mental ones first. This brings us to the solution. If your specific specialized skill is at risk of being automated, you can't just go out and learn another narrow skill. The answer isn't to become a better specialist. The answer is to become a completely new type of professional. I want you to meet the AI generalist. This right here is the hero of the new economy. An AI generalist isn't defined by what they know, but by what they can get done. They are master problem solvers who use a whole suite of AI tools to execute really complex projects. Their value isn't in writing the code or designing the graphic, it's in orchestrating the AI that does all of that for them. So the big question is, how do you become one? Well, it's not about going back to college for a 4-year degree. It's about a systematic process of upskilling. And here it is, a clear 5-level blueprint to transform yourself from a specialist who's at risk into an AI generalist who's in demand. Let's just quickly walk through this. Everyone starts at level 0, just being a tool user. Finding the right AI to solve a problem you have right now. Level 1 is when you become a great communicator, mastering prompt engineering to get exactly what you want from the AI. At level 2, you become an automator, linking different tools together so they do the work for you while you sleep. Level 3 is the multimodal creator, where you're not just working with text, but you're generating images, audio, video, you name it. And the final step, level 4, is the agent builder. You're no longer just a user. You are a manager, directing your own custom team of AI agents to bring your ideas to life. And here's the magic. Once you have these skills, the entire way you think about work, it changes. You stop thinking about finding a job. You start thinking about creating value, creating systems, and ultimately, creating your own enterprise. This is what the company of the very near future looks like. It's not some giant pyramid with hundreds of human employees. It's a small, nimble team of maybe 10 to 15 human AI generalists who are orchestrating the work of thousands of specialized AI agents. The amount of leverage one person has is almost infinite. And this brings us to the ultimate, and kind of a provocative conclusion. The whole idea of job security as we knew it is a myth. It's over. In a time where employees are replaceable by algorithms, the only real security comes from owning the system, not from being just another cog inside of it. Your career safety is now directly proportional to your ability to build something. So, as we wrap this up, this is the fundamental choice that every single one of us now faces. The technology is here, and trust me, it is not waiting around for us to get comfortable. You can either be a task doer in a system that's increasingly managed by AI, or you can become the architect of that system. The future of work is here. The only question left is which side will you